Welcome to Informed Tourists. Let's get right into this video. Ever dreamt of snapping that perfect selfie under the Hollywood sign, hoping to capture a slice of movie magic for your own memories? Maybe you've imagined standing in the very spot where countless celebrities have posed, feeling like you're part of Hollywood history. For many, this is the ultimate travel goal, a bucket list moment that promises excitement, glamour, and a story to tell back home. Or perhaps, you've pictured yourself wading through the neon chaos of Times Square, surrounded by the electric buzz of a city that never sleeps. The lights, the sounds, the energy, everything you've seen in movies and TV shows, finally within reach. It's the kind of place that seems to pulse with possibility, drawing millions of visitors every year who want to experience the magic for themselves. But here's the twist. Nearly half of American tourists say one of their most anticipated destinations turned out to be a letdown. That's right. The places we dream about often don't live up to the hype. Maybe it's the crowds, the long lines, or the feeling that the real thing just doesn't match the glossy photos we've seen online. Disappointment is more common than you might think. So why do we keep falling for the same postcard promises, year after year? What's really waiting for us behind those iconic skylines and dazzling city lights? Is there something deeper that keeps us chasing these experiences, even when we know they might not deliver? Welcome to Informed Tourist, where we peel back the curtain and reveal what's really going on. You clicked on why tourists regret visiting these American cities, and that's exactly what you're getting. A deep dive into the hype, the heartbreak, and the hard truths behind those bucket list spots. We'll explore what makes these destinations so irresistible, why expectations often clash with reality, and how you can avoid the most common travel pitfalls. If you've ever wondered, is it really worth it? Stick around. We'll share stories from real travelers, dig into the psychology of travel regret, and help you figure out how to make your next trip truly unforgettable, for all the right reasons. And don't miss the end, where I'll share a secret tip that could save you hundreds on your next dream trip, so you can spend less time regretting and more time exploring. Let's kick off in Hollywood, the land where dreams are made, or maybe just cleverly marketed. For decades, this iconic neighborhood has been the backdrop for countless films, TV shows, and the hopes of aspiring actors from around the globe. The Hollywood sign perched on the hills is a beacon for dreamers, promising fame, fortune, and a taste of that elusive movie magic. But what's it really like when you step into the heart of Tinseltown? You imagine glamorous movie stars and palm trees. But step onto Hollywood Boulevard and reality smacks you. Traffic, trash, and street hustlers everywhere. The sidewalks are packed with tourists snapping selfies, while the air buzzes with the sounds of honking cars and street performers vying for attention. It's a sensory overload that can feel more chaotic than charming. The Hollywood Walk of Fame, cool for 5 minutes, until you see the grime and costumed characters hustling for tips. Those famous stars, underfoot, are often scuffed and dirty, and the novelty quickly wears off as you dodge Spider-Man and Marilyn Monroe lookalikes asking for cash in exchange for a photo. Parking is a nightmare, and the magic fades fast. Circling crowded lots and squeezing into tight spaces can turn your Hollywood adventure into a test of patience. Even locals dread the hunt for a spot, especially on weekends or during big events. Hollywood sells itself as a magical playground, but the actual experience is more like a big-budget disappointment. The glitz and glamour you see on screen rarely match the gritty, sometimes underwhelming reality on the ground. Many visitors leave feeling let down, wondering where the real Hollywood magic went. Skip the tourist traps, explore Silver Lake, Echo Park, or the beaches in Santa Monica and Venice for a truer LA vibe. These neighborhoods offer a more authentic slice of Los Angeles life, with trendy coffee shops, vibrant street art, and a laid-back atmosphere that's worlds away from the chaos of Hollywood Boulevard. Whether you're into indie boutiques, paddle boating on a lake, or catching a sunset over the Pacific, there's something for everyone. Want that Hollywood sign photo? Try Lake Hollywood Park for a peaceful view. It's a local favorite, offering a quiet escape from the crowds, and a perfect spot for that iconic snapshot, without the hassle of fighting through throngs of tourists. Sometimes, the best parts of LA aren't the ones on the postcards. They're found in the everyday moments, sipping coffee in a neighborhood cafe, strolling along the beach at sunrise, or hiking a scenic trail with locals. If you want to experience the real Los Angeles, look beyond the Hollywood hype and discover the city's hidden gems. Times Square, the crossroads of the world, or New York's most expensive waiting room. The lights and energy look great in movies, but in person it's a crush of crowds, costume characters, and chain restaurants with sky-high prices. The sensory overload is real. Flashing ads, honking taxis, and endless selfie requests. If you want a classic New York slice, look elsewhere. Here's the move. See Times Square once, snap your photo, then escape to Greenwich Village, the Lower East Side, or Brooklyn. That's where you'll find the real heart and food of New York City. Your wallet and sanity will thank you. At first glance, Vegas feels like you've hit the jackpot. Bright lights, endless energy, and the promise of unforgettable nights. The Strip pulses with excitement, drawing you in with its dazzling neon and the constant buzz of people chasing their dreams. But as you walk further, the shine starts to fade, and you realize there's another side to this city that most visitors never see. Everything here is meticulously designed to empty your pockets. Resort fees sneak onto your bill, drinks are priced like luxury items, and even a simple bottle of water can cost more than a spin on the slots. The city's glitz comes at a price, and it's easy to get swept up in the spending before you even realize it. The sensory overload is real. Slot machines flash and ring, club beats thump through the night, and crowds press in from every direction. What starts as thrilling can quickly become overwhelming, leaving you searching for a quiet corner in a city that never seems to sleep. Even the so-called free attractions are cleverly designed to funnel you back onto the casino floor, tempting you to try your luck just one more time. It's a cycle that keeps you spinning both literally and figuratively. But here's what most tourists miss. Vegas is so much more than just the Strip. You don't have to stay trapped in the neon maze to experience the best of this city. Venture out to the vibrant arts district where local creativity thrives in colorful murals and unique galleries, or escape to Red Rock Canyon where the desert landscape offers peace, adventure, and a totally different kind of thrill. For a taste of old school Vegas, head to Fremont Street. Here you'll find neon nostalgia, street performers, and a lively atmosphere that's a world away from the chaos of the Strip. And don't forget, Vegas is surrounded by stunning natural beauty. Sometimes, the best bet you can make is knowing when to step away from the table and explore what lies beyond the city lights. Don't let the neon fool you. There's a whole other side to Vegas waiting to be discovered, far from the casinos and crowds. San Francisco, the Golden Gate Bridge, cable cars, and postcard hills. But behind every Instagram shot is a city grappling with real problems: petty theft, car break-ins, and sky-high prices. Downtown, you'll dodge clusters of people openly using drugs, and parking is a nightmare. The city's neighborhoods are packed with history and culture, but not all areas are created equal. Use parking garages, stash your valuables, and research neighborhoods before you go. San Francisco is worth the visit, if you're prepared. A little planning goes a long way in the city by the bay. Atlantic City used to be the jewel of the Jersey Shore. Now it's more faded glory than glitz. Once famous casinos stand half empty, and the boardwalk feels stuck in the past. Tourists expecting Las Vegas by the sea end up dodging crumbling sidewalks and worrying about safety. Even the food scene has lost its shine. For a classic East Coast beach escape, head to Cape May. Charming, clean, and relaxing. Sometimes the road less traveled really does have better pizza. Bourbon Street is legendary, brass bands, beads, and a never-ending party. But for most tourists, it's loud, chaotic, and filled with scams and overpriced drinks. The real New Orleans shines in Frenchmen Street jazz clubs, the Garden District, and Creole cottages away from the crowds. See Bourbon Street, snap some photos, then explore the rest of the city. You'll actually remember your night, and your shoes will thank you. New Orleans is magic, but you have to know where to look. Orlando is famous for its theme parks, but step outside and the magic fades. Endless highways, strip malls, and relentless traffic replace the fairy tale. The real Orlando is a maze of chain restaurants and forgettable souvenir shops. If you're not going for the parks, consider other Florida gems, like St. Augustine, the Natural Springs, or the Gulf Coast beaches. Outside the parks, Orlando is less fairy tale and more traffic jam. Choose your Florida adventure wisely. Detroit's story is one of resilience and reinvention, but show up without a plan and you'll be lost. The city is huge, with attractions scattered far apart and little signage for first-timers. Public transit is limited, and unprepared tourists end up frustrated. But if you do your homework, Detroit is rewarding. Art, music, and food are next level. Plot your stops, understand the distances, and ask locals for tips. Detroit rewards curiosity and preparation. A little planning turns a regretful trip into an unforgettable one. South Beach looks like paradise on Instagram. Turquoise water, pastel lifeguard stands, and endless parties. In reality, it's crowded, overpriced, and sometimes feels more spring break than luxury escape. Restaurants lure you in with deals, then hit you with shocking bills. For authentic Miami, Head to Surfside or Little Havana for real food, music, and culture. If you want relaxation, try hidden beaches or bike the Venetian Causeway. South Beach is a great photo op, but it's only one side of Miami. Memphis is legendary for blues, barbecue, and music history, but the tourist experience can be rough. Safety issues and patchy infrastructure mean you need to plan your visit. Walk a few blocks from Beale Street and things get quiet, sometimes too quiet. Public transit is limited and the city can feel empty outside of festivals. But Memphis has gems: Graceland, the National Civil Rights Museum, and incredible food. Time your trip with local events for the best experience. Memphis is living history, best enjoyed with curiosity and caution. Here's the secret: never book a trip based on highlights alone. Research neighborhoods, read recent traveler complaints, and ask what people regret about visiting. It's not about avoiding disappointment, it's about setting yourself up for the best trip possible. Thanks for watching Informed Tourist. Hit like and subscribe for more real travel advice. Which city surprised you the most? Drop your story in the comments.